I would say that there's something like oddly romantic and enticing about like self-sabotage, right? When you're used to like self-sabotaging your whole life, or like you're like used to things not working out, right? There's like this romantic feeling of like despair and also hope and like starting over, right? Because in actuality it like takes like consistency and effort to stay, right? To stay committed, like not only to other people but like to yourself, right? And I guess like when you grow up with like a lot of trauma and you're always kind of like, I guess I'm just speaking for myself, but like I feel like growing up in a lot of trauma I always felt like super alone, right? um, and I also preferred being alone until I would get with people, and then I'd remember that like I liked to be with people, right? But like I don't know. What else? I think it's kind of like this thing too, right? Of like it feels safer to feel more insecure when you're used to feeling insecure versus like giving into trusting and surrendering to security. Because it's like when you're in this mindset, right? You're not used to like safety and stability, so it makes you feel like shaky, right? It makes me feel shaky. um, like in the relationship with yourself too, right? Like sometimes I just feel like I get stuck in the in between over and over and over again. And it is because I am stuck in the in between over and over and over and over again. And that's okay. I'm moving forward in a lot of different ways too. But it's always like the way that's going to be like really, really big to you, and it's like the scariest way is always the way that you and I am usually being told to go. Because in reality, I could be perfectly content being on my own. Content, right? I could be content. Like being on my own without other people, right? Um, it's like sometimes I have to remind myself that like I do want connection. It just feels safer to not have any connection. You know, so it's like old things popping up trying to get into my brain. You know? And you just have to like breathe past it and like remind yourself and ground yourself. Because in reality, it's like I'm gonna get through this moment and then it's gonna like be poof gone, and it's gonna just be like another layer of realizations and stuff. But train. I've been going for a little bit. You must relinquish control. You have to relinquish the control and step fully into trust. I hear that song from Riding in Cars with Boys. Dream, 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 dream that I'm true. Another day. Only problem is, gee whiz, I'm dreaming my life away. I see. Dreaming my life away. And here we go. Here we go again. Interesting. I see. That's funny. Now Pretty Ricky's playing in my head. And then it's here we go again. Now you're telling me that she is just a friend. And why she calling you 3 o'clock in the morning? But that is like insecurity, and then it like went to Pretty Ricky. Grind on me. Take your time on me. Grinding, baby. Hey, little mama, let me whisper your ear. Let me tell you something you might like to hear. But yeah, just live your life.